Hi Ritvik, hi Shreya. Welcome to Bollywood Double. And how are you guys doing?
Thank you.
We're good. Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Mhm. Your new series, Bandish Bandits, is premiering on 4th of August. So please tell us more about it and how did it come to you? Your characters, your role.
So, Bandish Bandits, I play the character of Tamanna Sharma, who is a pop star. She's a YouTube sensation and she thrives on performing for people. She is also a music composer.
Mhm.
And she's also from that world of, where music is somewhat bound with contracts. So she recently had a song that fails. And she's in the
Mhm.
need of a hit song, because she has a very big dream of singing with her idol, which is Queen Ellie, which is also
Mhm.
a door into her becoming an international pop star.
Mhm.
And because of her contract, she needs to have another hit song, to raise all about the views. So she is trying to create music, and she kind of reaches like they say, a writer's block. So she's figuring it out,
Mhm.
and she somehow
Okay.
crosses paths with Radhe, who's an
Mhm.
extremely talented singer. And she feels if they both collaborate to create music, it would do really well for her and for him. And through that journey, they fall in love, and this entire story is their love story intertwined with music at its core. Our show is an extremely entertaining show. It's very
Mhm.
colorful. It's very bright. And there's a lot more in store for you than what you've just seen in the trailer. It is a clash of two worlds that somewhat come together. Like initially, it's a
Mhm.
clash, but then they become one, of pop and classical music. So,
Mhm.
and it's the story of these two very different individuals who happen to come into each other's lives, and what makes them them. What makes Tamanna Sharma Tamanna and all her
Mhm.
characters, and what makes Radhe Radhe. So that's exactly what Bandish Bandits is.
Okay. And what about you, Ritvik?
Well, I play the role of Radhe Rathore, who's
Mhm.
from Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and he belongs to a musical family. Uh, he's grown up with music. He's
Mhm.
always had music in his life. He belongs to the Rathore Gharana, which was started by his grandfather, Pandit Radhe Mohan Rathore. Uh,
Mhm.
and he, his sole purpose and dream in life is to become like his grandfather. He wants to be like his grandfather. He wants to achieve the kind of respect, the kind of reverence that he gets because of his contribution to the art of music and Shastriya Sangeet. So he's always, all his life, he's wanted to do this. He's always wanted to be like his grandfather. He wanted to go
Mhm.
through everything that he went through and then become one of the maestros of music. But as Tamanna is contractually bound, Radhe is bound by traditions. And
Mhm.
one fine day, Tamanna Sharma walks into his life, and everything goes topsy turvy, for good or bad. That you'll find out in the show. And what happens from there on, his love for his family, his passion for his music, his love for Tamanna, and the choices he has to make. That's the journey of Radhe Rathore.
Okay. Okay. That's wonderful. And how did you two approach your characters? If you could, give me an insight to it.
So when I was told that I was playing this pop star and I was playing this YouTube sensation, I had a lot of like names pop into my head. And while growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Britney Spears, Sunidhi Chauhan. So
Mhm.
I was like, I mean, it's not a new world to me. It's not an alien world to me. But then when Anand and I spoke, we consciously realized that, we need to make Tamanna my own. I didn't want anyone to see her and say, oh, you reminded me of her, or you remind me of her. So we started building a character based on the script that we had and the writers that had written Tamanna, and they had a very clear idea of what they want. So
Mhm.
Tamanna is also known as the Blue Bandit. So they had a very clear-cut picture in terms of her appearance, her approach to life. So those things were pretty simple because मुझे बताया गया था कि आप ये हो, आप ये हो, आप ये हो. But it was her mannerisms, what makes her all of these things. She is loved by audiences, and she's
Mhm.
loved by audiences because she really thrives on performing for them. So it's a very give and take between them. So I luckily had a very good singing teacher who actually was the entire cast singing teacher, and I was the only person he had to train, not like majorly for classical music, though he thought the basics were the same for any singer.
Mhm.
So the basics were the same, but then he would get into a lot more of performance and being on stage, performing on a stage. I also had a fantastic choreographer, Vijay Ganguly, who choreographs for Tamanna's concert. And just in general, she has a home studio set up in Jodhpur. So, working with technology as well, because she uses technology to create her songs. So, Janna ki matlab which button do you press when you are recording? Where is the mic kept? How is it done? Certain gestures that a composer has when he is kind of directing his singer. So all of these things, even Anand, our director, is so musically, like, his knowledge is vast. So luckily he was there at every step, be it during the workshop or even during shoot. And even to put this character alive, I had a very great team of costume styling and makeup and hair to really transform Shreya into Tamanna. Because when your physical appearance also changes, you suddenly start feeling like the character a little more. So I had all of these things to grab onto and become Tamanna Sharma.
Okay. And Ritik, how about you?
I would love to say that, I've done so much mehnat and so much research, and I've studied a lot of books and I've watched a lot of videos. But honestly, it didn't feel like work at all. It felt like a fantastic journey. It just felt, it was filled with so much fun. The entire process of just studying classical music, of learning it, of understanding the whole culture of it, understanding nitty-gritties of it, and the workshops. Because I remember saying this, that I told myself, forget that you're going to play a part who's a musician. Just tell yourself that you are taking a career path of music from here on, and just dive into it. And Anand Tiwari, our director, he said that once you dive into it, there is no swimming. There is just drowning. And you have to drown yourself in this world. And that's exactly what happened. Once I dived into it, it's a vast world. There's so much happening in the world of classical music and music in general. And that it's very difficult to become a musician overnight. I did not turn into a singer in the 3 months of training and 7-8 months of shooting. I did not. But did I learn a lot about music? Yes, I did. Did I learn how to perform to music? Yes, I did. And did I find love for classical music? Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so taking this a bit forward, what were those things about music that you got to explore through your work in this series? If you could share that, both of you.
So for Tamanna, more than the pop, because I am quite I've grown up listening to pop music. I'd heard a lot of pop songs, so I didn't have to really go back and listen to songs. But I think for me, Shreya as a person, I didn't know too much about the classical world. And because I was just surrounded by people who were very passionate about music, they would just randomly somehow, when we're chatting like this, like I'm speaking to you, they would randomly give me little trivia, so little things like Radhe's character. And I think most classical singers, they sing barefoot. They don't sing with shoes on. Even when they're sitting and singing, because it's like a prayer offering, they cover their feet with a shawl or a dupatta or something like that. So little things, and you don't even understand why someone's doing it, but they would explain it to me and it would just make so much sense. And I was like, wow, our culture is so enriched with so many things that I was so blissfully unaware of. And I'm so happy that I've gotten an introduction to all of these things. And even as an audience, I hope once you enter the world of Bandish Bandits, not just the fusion, but just both our worlds. They're shown the world of pop, the world of classical. And I just hope that everyone accepts both of them, because luckily, I think both of those worlds accepted Ritwik and myself. So that was really lovely. And so there were a lot of things. There's so many instruments, that I didn't know of that exist in India itself. And just technicalities of even when you're composing music, or even when you're performing, where do you hold your mic? There's a lot of science that goes into it. There's a lot of technology that goes into making a song today. So all of these things really is just enriching sometimes too. Even they'll always stay with me. Even after now that shoot is done, it's still like all here.
And Ritwik?
For me, I realized just learning music, just doing the classes of Shastriya Sangeet gave me a lot to play with for Radhe. My body language immediately turned into a specific way, which became Radhe's body language. Because when you're doing classes, as Shreya said, you cannot wear footwear when you're singing Shastriya Sangeet. You have to keep your feet covered. When you're sitting down and singing, you sit with an upright back. That's because your breathing panel becomes open, and then you can breathe easily. And many things, how to give tal, what is khali, all these things, things that I was learning just to understand Shastriya Sangeet, just to understand how to lip sync to the music of this show. I realized all of this training automatically gave me a form for Radhe, because Radhe himself has gone through all of this training for over decades. Of course, I went through a few months, but it just automatically gave me a body language for Radhe. And from there on, it was just free flowing. So I realized, more than beating my head over how do I play this boy, all I had to do was learn music, and that boy just happened to be.
Okay. And since this is a musical and one of its kind musical series in India, if I'm not wrong, so do you think when you portray a character in a musical, it gives you a certain rhythm or a melody to enhance your characters or bring your craft better out of it?
No, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, like he was saying, there were just so many things that we were not just told through classes, but spoken to, because our director recreated this musical environment for us. So he would randomly send us a message saying, "Hey, why don't you hear this song? Or why don't you check out this video?" And I realized that all of these things just suddenly became like weaponry for us. So when we went onto the set, which was like a battlefield, we could just pull out one weapon, even without realizing that, oh, now I understand this, or I understand, like he said, about tal, about giving counts, beats. All of these things are very, very important, and it's not just valid to a musician. It also applies to any kind of art form. So all of these things really became like weaponry for us, to use, to shield us, and to be able to easily communicate what we wanted to through our character.
Okay. And Ritik, would you like to share an instance wherein the rhythm of the the rhythm of the music helped your character build into a certain spectacular? If you could share us with.
I used to be a dancer before this. Like, before I started professionally working as an actor, I used to be a dancer. And as a dancer, what happens is you are asked of a very certain, very important thing from within, which is find your own rhythm. You have to dance even without music. You just have to be, and you have to just flow, because the music is within you. You connect it from the soul. And now that after I've played a musician, a singer, I've realized how interconnected this is because for a singer, you don't only need to find rhythm. You need to find music in everything in your life. From nature to people, to everybody, your family, the objects around you, everything has music in them. It's got its own rhythm. Everything's working in a certain pattern. Everything's working in its own way. And you can make a song out of it. If you can imbibe the musicality of nature within you, then you become one with your art. And that's a great lesson that I've taken away. And that's definitely helped me play Radhe also. Yeah. So, yeah, that was there for sure.
Okay. And Shreya, as Ritik said that, you need to find your own rhythm. So I would like to know what role music has played in your life, when it comes to finding your own rhythm.
Music has actually supported me through a lot of situations. I've always found myself falling back on music as a support system in general, to get me through a situation, be it a happy situation, be it a sad situation, be it sometimes when I'm a little low, to just uplift my mood. For example, even on set, I remember, though every actor has a different way of dealing with the situation and dealing with the scene, but I remember I had one day of shoot, and it was a very, very long day. And my director used to always tell me, you should always conserve your energy. So, when you come on set and when you have to perform, that's when you exhibit all your energy. And I was just feeling a little, I would say maybe tired or just low in general. And I remember listening to one song, and it just changed my mood completely. I went out of my van a different person, So that's the kind of impact that music does have on me. And even through the course of this show, I realized that there's so many songs that are actually written for different emotions and different occasions, in a way. Like there is a song for Shringar. There is a song to Wake Up Your God. There's a song to, between the relationship of a mother and a child. There is a song for love, so all of these things, like if you think about it, that is the crux of music. So I feel like music will never leave me. And I always was thinking about it that even when I was a child, my parents had also created this environment. When I used to get ready for school, I used to listen to the radio at that point. Radio was playing. Till today, when I'm getting ready or doing anything in general, I'll always have like a song playing, like a background score in my life. So yeah, music will never leave me. And if anything, it has just gotten deeper after Bandish Bandits.
Okay, that's wonderful. And when you work with the likes of someone like Nasir Sahab or Atul Kulkarni sir, what do you learn from them as a fellow actor, as a co-actor, and also in terms of philosophies towards life, or gaining new perspective towards life, or the nuances of your craft? If you could share that.
The answer for both of them is the same. What I learned as an actor and the philosophy I learned for life from all of them, not just Nasir sir, Atul sir, from Rajesh sir, Shiba ma'am, Amit sir, everybody, Kunal, all of them. And it's so coincidental that all of them actually just emitted the same philosophy towards what I'm going to say right now, is that no matter how experienced you are, no matter how senior you are, no matter how good you are at your craft, always be a team player. Always make sure that you're there, not just for yourself, but for the entire team that's working towards one common goal, which was this show, Bandish Bandits. And I saw each and every one of them. Nobody, not forget the actors, nobody from any department ever came into this shoot to say कि आज काम अभी 8 बजे तक काम करना है, फिर जाना है, फिर कल का देख लेंगे, काम खत्म करो और घर चलो. Nobody was like that, none of them. Everybody got there on set to make sure that we give our best today.
100%.
Make sure that we always give our best and give it as a team. Every actor, they didn't have to stay back and help us. They didn't have to stay around for the shot. They didn't have to come and say, I'll give you cues. They didn't have to. And I'm talking about the likes of Nasir sir and Atul sir. I mean, these guys are stalwarts. Shiba and Rajesh sir, these guys have been working for so long. They don't have to do that. They can give their shot and go and relax in their vans or on their chair. They can aram se sit. But no, they were there every single time. And I realized that if I learn anything from this, I think that's the only way that I'll become a better performer, is because it's the kind of human beings that they are, and it reflects in their work.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, we have reached the end of our conversation. Lastly, I would like to know that you both play two opposite characters. Someone who come from different worlds. One is from the world of pop, another one is from the Hindustani classical. And as per the physics, laws of physics, when two opposing forces collide, they transfer a part of their energy to each other, which is the third law of Newton, if I could say that, equal and opposite reaction. So did something of that sort happen in this series also? If you could just give a brief about it.
Like off screen?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like on screen.
On screen.
No, absolutely. Like they say, opposites attract. And Tamanna and Radhe are like chalk and cheese. They're very, very different. But they are bound by one thing, and that is their love for their music. And I think the one thing that really attracts Tamanna to Radhe is how great a singer he is, how talented he is. And the fact that he's even unaware of it, of how good he is. And everything else about them is very different. But they are bound by that one thing. And that's all. That'll always happen, however different two people are. And like they say, opposites attract and all. There's always that one common ground that they have that brings them together. But usually that's so strong that it really brings them together. So for, I think, Tamanna and Radhe, it's the music that really just brings them together.
Okay. And Ritik, your opinion on this?
I absolutely agree with her. It's like the Big Bang Theory. Two atoms need to collide to create a universe. That's exactly what happens in Bandish Bandits. That's exactly what happens in Radhe and Tamanna's life. They are like yin and yang, the white and the black. They're so different from each other, but they're part of one whole.
Yeah.
So that's Radhe and Tamanna. That's their lives, and it's very special. You must watch it and find out what exactly happened.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to the show actually.
So glad.
So with that, we have approached the end of our conversation. I would like to know if there's something that I may have missed out asking and you would have loved to answer.
What would we love to answer?
Yeah.
We would like to say that Bandish Bandits is releasing on the 4th of August on Amazon Prime Video. Please do watch it. Give it some
Please go and watch us.
Please watch us. Please, please, please. We've made it with a lot of love, a lot of sweat. Please, please, please give it your appreciation. And we can just hope that you like it.
I'm sure everyone would definitely like it. Yeah. So on that note, thanks a lot for talking to us, Ritvik and Shreya, and I wish you all the very best for Bandish Bandits. And
Thank you.
thank you
Much
for
thank
talking to us. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.